them right. Just do it till the wheels fall off. All right. Hey, you guys. We're back for our next... I think we good. Do it now. We should be good. Oh, I turned the headphones down.
Oh, okay.
So we're back with our next segment, which is financial literacy. And I came up with a great topic in honor of our good girl gone bad. Black China, also known currently as Angela Renee Kardashian. That's right, girl. You better do that. So she decided...
What did you call her?
Angela Renee Kardashian. That's her real name.
Oh.
Did they get married already?
She has the ring.
Oh.
So she has a... Oh, I forgot to mention this. I didn't have my notes out. So she has officially copyrighted her name so that when she does get married, everything just rolls out smoothly. So not only am I going to make money off of this, I make money off of that. And it's going to be all right. So why bring this up? Oh, that was old. So the financial literacy points are in honor of her. So I've actually came up with 10 fun facts, 7 fun facts, and 3 statistics on child support.
Wow.
In honor of Black China. Because regardless of what happens, she got it. So, number 1, in addition to child support, you can also get medical support. Did you guys know that? This is a support order that requires the obligor. I YouTube pronunciation that, but I figured I had it right, which I did. Mm-hmm. Obligor is the person who is required to pay the child support. The obligor is required to split or pay medical coverage over the medical expenses of a child in addition to child support. Did you guys know that? That's right.
No.
So, you don't have to depend on the government for that, Medicare, or Medicaid, or whatever it is. They got to pay for that, too. Both parents' income are considered in setting the child support. So, that was something I didn't know. I thought they took into the obligor, so it could be the mother or the father, whoever isn't taking care of the child, is required to use the income of the one that he is.
So the custodial parent uses the non-custodial parent's
They
income.
use both.
They use both.
Okay. And if one doesn't have it?
Then
more money is
taken from the
taken from the non-custodial.
I see.
But if the person who is the custodial parent has it, then they take less
I see.
from the obligor.
Okay.
Number 3, if the obligor has additional children, the child support amount may be reduced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aw, that's kind of jacked up, though. Like, if you're the first child, then if there's additional children, yours isn't worth as much.
Oh, no.
I think it's because there's a set amount that they can get taken from their check. So if they have a whole lot of kids, they got to split that set amount amongst all those kids.
Well, I think there's one thing that we forget, and I'm just playing the other side of this.
Is the first child always the favorite dream? Is that where you about to go?
No, not at all. I was going to say I used to work with a gentleman that had a whole bunch of kids. His check used to be $27. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, if he can't get along, how everybody else going to get along? Mm-hmm. So he need to be able to take care of himself. Right. And then the monies that are dispersed amongst the children need to be such that he can afford it. Mm-hmm. I mean, because if he has to figure out how he's supposed to live, how is he going to figure out how everybody else is supposed to be supported?
Right.
So I don't necessarily think it's about it's unfair, that the first child will get less. I just think we have to remember that if anybody is going to get anything, he has to make sure that he can survive himself.
Because I mean, if you out here homeless and
making good money. Dude was making good money. Okay, and at the end of the day, he had a lot of kids. And this was in the 80s, and he had a lot of kids. But at the end of the day, on everything, mm-hmm. for real, it took maybe 3 paychecks to come up with maybe the rent money.
That's crazy.
So he had a second job and did hustle stuff on the side. So, I think sometimes...
How do you feel about that? Like, when the father really doesn't take care of the children from the other relationships, they only really take care of the first one. How does that make you feel?
I think that's a problem. But again, if the first child, or if one child is getting all of it, and he can't even take care of himself, how can he take care of the other ones? Now, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you have a situation where the parent, whether it's the mother or the father, whoever is accountable to be the obligor, is just honoring. Okay, and that happens too. That's just honoring. But then you have other situations, such as I just described, that could be it. And so I don't ever want us to lose sight of some of the situations it could be as to the reason why things are dispersed or not, the way we think they should be.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was 3. Number 4, child support is terminated when the child is either married, emancipated, enlists full-time into the Army, but I thought it was associated with age, and everybody knows you have to be 18 to be registered to the Army, so I don't know why that's still on there. That might be an old one.
Well, I have a friend who followed her ex-husband for the duration and continues. Her daughter's 30, and so he never paid all the money. So she's entitled to those monies, and she gonna ride that paperwork till them wheels fall off.
So you're saying arrears, or because the child isn't married?
Arrears.
Okay.
So I don't
like back child support?
Yeah, like back. So her daughter's not married.
Arrears is a good word for you guys.
Yeah, it's not. Her daughter's not married. She's not in the military. And what was the other one?
She's emancipated technically.
But she's not She didn't, because emancipation means that you separate yourself off from your parents.
Okay.
And she didn't do that. She just got grown. So the mama just gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, because he, whether it's in life or death, he gonna pay. Yeah.
So the child dies or is adopted and finally turns 18 and is no longer in high school.
Okay.
That's the only way you can get out of not paying child support.
That's the only way you.
No, the child support payments are terminated.
Okay.
Now, if you owe back child support,
that's
a different story.
That's a different story.
So, how do you feel? And how do you feel about when the child isn't yours, but you're still obligated to pay child support because your name is on that birth certificate?
Well, I guess I know all these people.
At one point, you decided at one point in life that you wanted that child to be a part of your life. You can't neglect them at a different point.
But what I'm saying is that there's some that didn't even know that the child existed. There's one, I've read a case about a man in Detroit, didn't know the child existed. His name ended up on the birth certificate, and I guess it's before the law changed.
That's different. In the first scenario, you say they put their name on the certificate.
No, their name is on the certificate, meaning they didn't have to put it on their certificate, but it's just there, meaning that the mother, when they said, who's the child's father, they named...
She just gave the name.
She just gave a name.
And he didn't know anything about that.
Right. Okay. He didn't know about his name. There was a case in Detroit, and he said that he had to pay, even though it has proven through the paternity test that is not his child, and that he had no knowledge because he wasn't there.
I think that's a flaw in the legal system.
It is a flaw.
That is a flaw. But, I mean... he still has to pay that back child support now, and he went to jail because he was in arrears so much.
Now, if he was actually a part of that child's life for some extent, he actually decided to put his name on it, he took care of it, the child loved the father back, accepted him as his father, and then
the parents broke up.
They broke up or something happened, and you just decided you ain't gonna pay no more. That ain't right.
No, he still has to. I know that person too.
I know a person like that too.
You have to pay. You entered into that agreement, that contract. You did that, and that's it. You were married to the mother. I think in this case he actually adopted the daughter. I think though, and I could be wrong, but I think that if you marry the mother, then you automatically take on the responsibility of the kids.
And who knows how much the child invested into that person? Maybe there was arguments between the mother and the father, and the child took the non-related, person's side. You gonna forget about that? You gonna forget about those moments? Now, the child and maybe they real mama not looking at them the same, and you didn't abandon them? Well, damn. Number 6. If an obligor owes over $2,500, this is in Ohio. These first 7. The other 3 are just national statistics. If an obligor owes over $2,500, a passport request will be denied. You ain't fleeing the country on us.
Really? Really?
I
didn't know that.
Because, I mean, you can flee the country and then you can have the laws of extradition where you can't be touched, basically.
And make a new life.
That's Jack.
That's
Make a new life.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, child support money is completely tax-free income for a recipient, but not tax deductible for the obligor.
Is that right?
That's a crazy tax law.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So
I googled it after.
It's not tax deductible, but you can claim if you have an agreement with the other parent. You can claim them on your taxes.
Yes.
Okay.
Even
So basically, you can't have it both ways.
Right.
You can't have tax deduction
and then be able to claim.
Okay, so I get that. Okay, I get that.
I've seen cases where even though he's a non-custodial parent and paying child support, there's no agreement between them. He just claims the child on his taxes regardless, even though he's not doing and taking care of the day-to-day activities of that child, which is crazy because it's like the mother who's not working may need that more than the $200 that you given for this child support or whatever. So
yeah, I think that
well, at some point she allowed it. It ain't like he just decided.
Because he did decide where he filed his taxes first. So when she went to file, it's like that child's already being claimed.
That's a discussion for the IRS.
Yeah, well, the IRS will reach back out to both of y'all and say, well, the other person, the other parent claimed. They have to talk about who's going to get it.
Right.
And that could turn into a big fight.
Right.
But y'all best figure it out so the IRS is not in your mix, is what you do. You know, maybe we do alternate years.
Right.
Or maybe I say, you know, I really need it this year, and you let me have it or whatever.
Okay. And then the 3 statistics. The average child support payment is around $430 a month. 15% of all child support payers are actually women.
Really?
And about 30% of all custodial parents with a court-ordered child support never receive a cent.
And that's true.
You know who I wonder if they pay child support? You know who I wonder?
Who?
Lisa Wu. I wonder
to her husband?
To Keith Sweat.
I think she...
And to, what's the football player?
Yeah.
Because that baby was...
Oh, Keith Sweat money?
Well, the kids is with Keith.
I didn't know she had a baby by Keith Sweat.
2.
Yeah.
Lisa Wu, you out here like that?
She was married to Keith Sweat, and then she moved on. The kids lived with him, and then she got with the football player, who I can't remember his name, Ed Hardwell.
Yep.
She got with him, had a baby with Ed, and then kept it moving. And I think the baby with Ed. So I wonder, do she pay child support?
She don't have none of her kids? That's not...
I thought that was jacked up. I was like, you gotta be a jacked up mama for your kids to get snatched. Unless they boys.
I don't see, here's the thing. I don't think they got snatched.
I don't think they got snatched, but I think that's
she was
the
like,
agreement.
That's cool. No, she said, I did see her on, what was that? Hollywood Divas.
Something.
And she said, I was distraught. I was in depression. She had gained she was a big girl at that point. And that was because of the depression, she said.
With the last baby? Or the first 2?
When her kids got taken, that's when she gained all the weight.
Okay.
And was like jacked up.
I think I watched a show that she said that she pays child support.
Really?
I think it was
child support?
What is a show? I forgot. But it's somebody I follow on Facebook that he did like a 2 or 3 part segment with her. Okay. And they kind of mentioned it. So
because I mean, she's still on the childbearing age side, so it's very probable that she may find a new suitor and a husband or whatever, have another baby, and I'm just like, she just run through them.
Just like
and this is like, where are you leaving these kids at?
Right.
She leaving them kids with their fathers. And I'm interested to know if she pays child support. 15%. That's a good number. That's way higher than I thought.
Right. Because we automatically think that the mother is the custodial parent regardless. So I guess but even it doesn't matter. I guess they could still be the custodial parent. It's just that they make more than the father. But I don't understand how they're the custodial parent and they have to pay the child support to the father.
Because sometimes that's the arrangement. You know, sometimes guys just say, I don't care. Just leave the kids here.
Okay.
You don't have to, you know, I'll pay you. You just leave them here.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it may happen like that.
Okay.
I don't know. They lost me a couple minutes ago. I checked out of that one. I was like, I don't even know these people. I wasn't that invested in Lisa. Well, she was the boring housewife anyway.
Was she the boring housewife?
She really was. That's why she gone.
But they all were regular housewives. They weren't like when they first started. They were real housewives.
Nene was never regular. She was a character from the beginning.
She was the only character.
It's just how many people was paying attention to her at that time.
Yeah, but I think now it's like now the show is full of Nenes instead of Nene being the one that's out there and everybody else is regular. Everybody else is just out there, and there's like one Kim Fields was the regular boring one, and when it was switched when it first started, so and they were real housewives. They were actually like married or in a relationship instead of being somebody's ex-girlfriend,
right?
So or baby mama.
Baby mama, right? That's right.
Well, that was 10, folks. Be careful who you had kids with.
Yes, please.
Yes. That's all I got.
Just know the financial ramifications of starting families and bringing people into the world.
Basically, can't let everybody on the team.